Welcome to Chef's Take. I'm your host, Michael Zavlaris, along with Vicente Velez and Anthony Baez, my brother.
Yeah.
It is
Good to
our
be
first. It's good to be back. It's our first stream since what? April or something like that. I know it was like March or April.
I don't even know.
That was like long after football ended. So, how have y'all? Anthony, why? So, how have you guys been?
I've been alright.
It's good to hear.
Good.
That's good. So, what's it called? We're gonna start off with Jesus. Yeah, Anthony. I think when you want to talk, just unmute. I'd rather just you be muted right now since it's pretty loud. I'm sorry.
His name is Jack.
I know. So, as always, we're gonna start off with the Eagles. So that's how we always start. So let's get started then. Oh, shut up. So we announced our team captains, those being Hurts, Kelsey, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Ronnie McLeod, and Alex Singleton, who I would assume would be like special teams for team captain. How do you feel about the team captains we have? Do you think we were missing someone, or it should have been someone over someone else?
No,
Vicente.
we're fine with the team captains. I like that Jalen Hurts is team captain. I think Singletary has proved himself as a captain. His last year was our best linebacker.
Yeah, he led our team in tackles.
Oh, this thing.
Jackson Mahomes. Why, Anthony? Yeah, my uncle, he was surprised that Darius Slay wasn't a captain, but on the captains that we have now, like, I'm not surprised with the captains we have. I mean, Kelsey, Fletcher, Brandon Graham, and Ronnie McLeod were captains last year. The only changes this year are Jalen Hurts and Alex Singleton. And I kind of figured Jalen Hurts would be the team captain, given that his leadership. He's also the starting quarterback, so it was
Also
no surprise there.
Remember, Rant is due, everyone.
And I'll get to the game in a minute, but
Yeah.
so supposedly Howie is going to let both Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz play out the final year of their contracts and see where it goes from there. Honestly, it's somewhat smart, but at the same time, like, I kind of want to get Dallas Goedert signed like very, very soon, like as soon as possible, because he's already proven to be a top 8, top 7 tight end in the league. So I'd rather get him signed pretty quick. Ertz, on the other hand, I mean, I'd let Ertz play out the last year of his contract and see how that goes, see how he does this year. Last year was just a terrible year for virtually everybody. So, but I think we'll do good. And I'd say Law and Order. What are you doing, Anthony? Howie was on 94.1. In case people don't know what that is, it's the hey, Matt's oh yeah, Matt's in the what's it called? He's on the YouTube chat. Hey, Matt. The smell. It stinks. So Howie was on 94.1 WIP, and they asked him about like Jalen Hurts and such. Howie said he can play and he can win. Me and you, Vicente, especially you've been following Jalen Hurts for a long time, but we both know like that's exactly what Hurts is. You know, he fits the profile very well, and yeah, like Howie's true on that there. And he was also asked, I don't know by who, but on the radio he was also asked if he would make the Jalen Hurts pick again, and he said, "We love Carson, but we played 4 playoff games." And we needed our backup in every one. But correction to what Howie said, we actually played in 6 playoff games with a backup under center in the playoffs. But he's not wrong with that either. Like, when we first picked Hurts, I knew exactly why we picked him, and I liked the pick. The only other person that I would have loved for us to pick was, I would say, either J.K. Dobbins or Jeremy Chin, but I was one of the few people at the time that actually liked the Hurts pick because we all knew injuries were a big concern for Carson. So, but I mean, hey, as of right now, he's our quarterback one. Hopefully, our franchise quarterback will soon see. I think he will, though. So, there's that. Now on to the game. We demolished the Falcons 32-6.
Was not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it either. I thought we were going to win the game, but I didn't think we were going to blow them out of the water like we did.
Oh, no, I didn't know our defense was going to allow 6 points.
Yeah, like the way our defense performed overall, I was like, "Oh my god, finally." Because the thing with Jim Schwartz, he was an okay defensive coordinator, but at the same time, his defensive plays were very predictable. And I didn't like the fact that when he was our DC, our cornerbacks would be like 10, 15 yards away from the receiver. That's what bothered me the most.
I know we didn't have an ant in here, like a bug.
Yeah, yuck. So 32-6, we were all shocked. So for our top for me, in my opinion, I think you would agree too. Our top performers against Atlanta would be Jalen Hurts as one of them. 77% passing, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns, 126 QBR, and he ran for 62 yards on 7 attempts. Then you have Devontae Smith, 6 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown on his first catch. Javon Hargrave, 2 sacks, 3 quarterback hits, and 6 total tackles, 2 of them being for a loss. And let's talk about Darius Slay, because I've seen this a little bit. He was targeted 6 times. He only allowed 2 catches for 14 yards. And when Matt Ryan would throw to him, it was a 42.3 passer rating. So, safe to say Darius Slay was on clamps Sunday.
Oh yeah, he was clamping on, man. I mean, I got to give credit to the whole defense, man. They played amazing. D-line always was great, but like D-line's trying to get into Matt Ryan towards the end of the game, man. They're putting pressure on him the whole game. And the secondary was doing their job. I say linebackers also doing their job. I say it was a team performance on Sunday. Couldn't do that without the defense. Couldn't do that. Well, that's how it usually works. But I say the whole team played well.
Yeah, it did put a smile on my face. So, like, my takes from the game, I'm going to go to the offensive side first. For starters, there were too many penalties, especially on the offensive line. But now that I'm thinking about it now, it is to be expected because, it's like the first game of the season. It's going to happen as the weeks go on. The amount of penalties will come down a bit. At least I hope so. But, yeah, there were. I think we had like 12 penalties against us, and I'd say majority of them were, if not all of them, were against the offensive line. I never really looked at it, but according to PFF, even though who knows how reliable they are, but we had the second best pass blocking offensive line. And my favorite thing about it is that something that never happened last year, every offensive lineman that started on Sunday played 100% of their snaps, which is beautiful. Because that was the biggest problem last year. We had 14 different combinations at the offensive line last year. That was terrible. And Carson Wentz, I think he was, even though he missed 3.5 games because he was benched, he was still like the second or third most sacked quarterback in the league, and he still missed like almost 4 games. So that's how bad our offensive line was. So
they're pretty bad. Good.
Yeah, I'm happy we're healthy as of right now. Knock on wood. I'm like, how about the Cowboys? Their team is the injury plague now.
Marcus.
Demarcus Lawrence, Michael Gallup. I forget who else, but La'el Collins, their starting tackle, is suspended for 5 games, and we go against Dallas next week in Dallas. So I'd say I like our chances against Dallas given that what's happening with them right now. And people are saying with like Hurts' accuracy, I understand it's against the Falcons defense, but he went 7 for 8 and 114 yards and 2 touchdowns on throws over 10 yards. And on top of that, that's a perfect passer rating. So over 10 yards, he's been amazing as well, which is good to see from him because that was the concern with everybody, his accuracy. His accuracy was like what, 52 or 54% last year?
I think it was 54% last year.
And yeah, but to be fair, most of his were thrown away. So he was the second highest graded quarterback by Pro Football Focus with a rating of 89.5. And he was only behind Tom Brady, who had a grade of a 93.
Yeah.
Personally, the top 3 quarterbacks were Brady, Hurts, and Winston. And him and Winston were like tied for the same grade. The running game was great, 173 yards.
Wait, Jameis Winston the GOAT? Greatest player I've ever seen.
Can you believe that? I saw that stat. One of Jameis Winston's throws had 50 yards in the air, and Drew Brees threw the ball like 9,000 times, like over 9,000 times, and not a single one of those went over 50 yards.
Are you sure? I swear he had. Oh, I know what you mean by that. The
ball has been in like 50 yards in the air, but that just over 9,000 passes, and not a single one of them. Now I'm not saying I can do that, but over 9,000 passes and not a single one for that distance.
Drew Brees in his prime was he was known to throw the ball deep, too, because he had a arm. Yeah,
so. And Drew Brees even came out and said maybe that's what was missing in that Saints offense. So.
It was. He didn't throw the ball downfield last year.
Yeah. And another thing I noticed about the offense, I looked at the snap counts, I think the offense had played like 71 or 72 snaps. And Boston Scott was not on the field for a single snap. It was Miles Sanders for the most part than Kenny Gainwell.
That's insane, man. What is Boston Scott? He's still on the team. I know that.
Yeah, we only have 3 running backs. It's Sanders, Scott, and Gainwell. So I really wanted us to have Jordan Howard on the 53-man, so that way we had a downhill runner. But I mean, it's whatever. We were 3-3 in the red zone too, which is very good. And I think we held the Falcons to 0-2 in the red zone. So that's promising. I noticed something to look forward to throughout the year. For time of possession, we had over 31 minutes. So expect us to have most of the most possession in each game. So.
Well, I wouldn't say this game because we're going against a good defense.
I know. Well, I'm saying don't be surprised if we hold on to the ball the longest. Throughout the season.
Do you still think Jalen Hurts has more to prove, or he proved everything to you last game?
I'm already sold on Hurts. It's weird. I'm already sold on Hurts, but I do need to see him. I want to see how he does against a good defense as well.
Yeah, I've been sold.
The team in general too. But
I've been sold on Hurts for a while, but he still needs to prove. He played a great last game, but that was a terrible defense. He's going against a really good defense. He needs to prove to me that he could play against a really good defense. And what's what he's going to do when he's under pressure like that, or because their defense is good.
Yeah.
I want to see how he reacts. I want to see how he plays. I want to see what the coach is going to do. I want to see if they're going to do 5-yard passes, or they're going to try to go deep, or use Devontae more. Devontae also has got to prove most of his balls thrown to him were in zone. Only
Yeah.
one ball was thrown to him in man. Well, only one ball caught was in man. He asked, we need to see the college Devontae, Alabama Devontae. We haven't seen that yet. So this team still has more to prove. I mean, I know it's week 1, but like they still have a lot to prove.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Niners defense, like the Niners, how they are every year, they're plagued with injuries right now. They lost Jason Verrett, their starting cornerback for the season. They lost Raheem Mostert, their starting running back for the season. Let me pull it up real quick because a lot of their players are hurt right now. Like their 2 starting cornerbacks are going to be out on Sunday. Like their best cornerback that is playing on Sunday is Josh Norman.
Excuse me?
Yes, Josh Norman. So, I'm gonna pull up. I saw their injury. They showed the
JT talked to him. What the hell is he doing? Beat the shit out of him. Sorry, I'm watching the Phillies.
Okay, I don't know where it is, but it showed us who the starting cornerbacks are going to be on Sunday. But I mean, if Josh Norman is their best cornerback, we already know everything about their secondary. So, but they're missing some other players on the defensive side. Their linebacker is going to be out. Not Fred Warner, but one of their linebackers are going to be out. So their defense is plagued with injuries as well. So we'll see how that goes. For the offense, player of the game, it's obviously going to be Jalen Hurts. And an overall grade for the offense, I give an A for against Atlanta.
Yeah, I would have to give him an A as well.
And on to the defense. So, the thing that concerned me in the first half, we already gave up 100 rushing yards in the first half, and we're only like 21 minutes into the game. And we have a really good defensive line. So that concerned me for a second. But in the end, like we turned it around in the second half, and we didn't let the Falcons score at all. And I think the turning point, like our defensive line took over, like with the game, 3 sacks, 10 hits on Matt Ryan. Javon Hargrave and Hassan Ridgeway each had 3 hits on him. So, safe to say, I think our X factor in the defensive line is going to be Javon Hargrave this season. A lot of people are saying that. Even Eagle insiders are saying, don't be surprised if Javon Hargrave is going to have a good year. Because you can only double team like one person, and that's probably going to be Fletcher Cox. So that's going to leave, like Barnett, Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham in the single coverage, and they're all pretty good at what they do. So,
dude, even when you double team Fletcher Cox, he's still dominant.
I know.
I've seen him bulldoze two 300-pound men.
Yeah. And I'm really surprised with our secondary, too. We shut down the passing game, allowing only 164 yards. We had the 3rd best pass rushing defensive line. Javon Hargrave was PFF's.
Wait, you about week 1 stats? It's week 1.
What?
Of course they're going to have the best, or 3rd best in week 1.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, for the week, we were ranked the 3rd best rushing defense. Javon Hargrave was Pro Football Focus's Week 1's highest grade defensive lineman with a 92.9. 9 quarterback hits, and my favorite thing about the defense, Calvin Ridley was held to 51 yards on 5 catches, and Kyle Pitts was held to 31 yards on 4 catches. That's impressive.
Oh, it stinks.
And when Darius Slay was guarding Calvin Ridley, he was targeted twice and did not allow catch on either attempts. So that's good. No touchdowns allowed against Atlanta. And they, like I said, they forced them to go 0-2 in the red zone. For defensive player of the game, like, I don't know. Like, I want to give it to Javon Hargrave. That's me, but I can't give it to Javon Hargrave without mentioning Darius Slay because of what he did. So, yeah, those are my players of the game. Jalen Hurts, Javon Hargrave. I'm giving a B plus. I may give it an A minus. The reason why I was giving it a B plus was because the amount of rushing yards we gave up in the
Yeah.
first half. That's it. If it wasn't for that, they'd be an A too. But for right now, B plus, and especially because their backfield consisted of Mike Davis, who I honestly think is just a product of Carolina's system, and Cordero Patterson, who is technically a receiver. So, and on a side note, the Eagles restructured Fletcher Cox's contract, and that created about $11 million in cap space. So, expecting a, I'm expecting a like an extension from Goddard pretty soon, because I like I don't know what that's about. So, yeah. Anthony, you still there? Okay, screw you, pal. So, okay, he's there. All right, so we're gonna take like a 5 minute break. Then we're gonna go into like the rest of the NFL stuff. So, give us 5 minutes, and we'll be back.
Charles Eels or Charles.
Welcome back. So, we're going to talk about how we did last year with our picks. So, we went. Oh shit. So, last year. So, for the whole recap of last year, I went 192 and 75, and I went 10 and 3 in the playoffs. Vicente, you went 182 and 85, and you went 9 and 4 in the playoffs. Anthony, you went 141 and 48, and you know what, Anthony, screw you. And you went 9 and 4 in the playoffs. You did start a little late, but still not bad. And Madden, wow, 152 correct picks compared to 114 misses. Yeah.
How did I do in the playoffs?
The playoffs, they went 9 and 4. So you, Anthony, and Madden went 9 and 4 in the playoffs, and I went 10 and 3. Then, if we go to week 1,
Oh, I know a game that messed us up. I picked the Saints over the Bucks.
yeah. You did pick Tennessee over Arizona too, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so week 1 I went 12 and 4. Vicente, you went 11 and 5. Not bad at all.
Wait, did you pick the Raiders for me?
I don't know. I think I
Just leave it
don't
as-
remember. Anthony, you went 9 and 7. And Madden went 7 and 9. So are we surprised with Madden? No. It's Madden. And I'm doing a new thing for every week. We pick NFL's Players of the Week for offense and defense. So, and for that, For that, are 2 players on the Cardinals. Offensive Player of the Week, I had Kyler Murray. For me, personally, for offense, it was between Kyler, Matthew Stafford, Tyreek Hill, or Amari Cooper. But I went with Kyler Murray. And Defensive Player of the Week, I mean, it shouldn't be any surprise. Chandler Jones. Oh my God. Chandler Jones, who ended up having 5 sacks. 5. So, no surprise there. Yeah, 5. So, what's it called? So, there's that. Let's talk about the injuries so far. So, we all know the friggin' Ravens whole running back squad died. Marcus Peters was at. In other words, I think the most injury-prone team in the league as of right now is the Ravens, because
They went out like flies.
yeah,
No one
their whole running back squad just died, and their running backs as of right now are, I forget his name, but I know they have Devontae Freeman, Latavius Murray, and Le'Veon Bell is still on the practice squad. Now, imagine if I told you 5 years ago that Le'Veon Bell would be signing on the Ravens practice squad.
I wouldn't believe you. They're like, shut up, dude. You're a liar. I hate dirty liars.
So do I. Look how beautiful Anthony is. So handsome.
Up yours, buddy.
You know what? I'm trying to compliment you. Oh yeah, okay. You want to be like that? How did the Giants do yesterday, buddy? Tell me.
They
How was
should've
that?
won.
Your quarterback never lost to Washington, and he never won in a primetime game. Oh, okay. Fuck me. Fuck me.
I will.
Yeah, so I started Washington's defense in fantasy this week. And you look everywhere, they said those are that's the number one defense to start. They gave me a whopping 3 points this week.
It's not
I'm pissed.
very kid-friendly, Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony, I'm streaming. What is wrong with you? There are children watching. I have no
I
idea.
don't care.
You know
I
what? Screw you, pal.
We do it for the kids, man.
You are a Giants fan, so I expect nothing less of you.
More Super Bowls.
Yeah, sure. Like, what is the Eagles and Giants record since like 2000 or whatever? Aren't we like aren't we like 17 and like 5 against you?
Hold on, let me look that up.
Aren't like you guys are a pathetic organization. This is nothing towards
Who
you.
have
This
more
is
Super
towards a
Bowls? Who
team
have
you
more
root
Super
for.
Bowls?
They're pathetic.
If you think about it,
Your quarterback is a turnover machine.
against the Giants is like 85 and 83. We
Yeah.
used to have a losing record against them. We used to stink.
Well, because remember, back in like the 30s, 40s, and 50s, we were ass. We were beyond terrible. There were games where we would lose 59-0. That's how bad we were.
28-14.
Okay, still. Beat the living
Pretty
crap
bad.
out of you. We own you. Since the 21st century, the Philadelphia Eagles own the poverty New York Giants. Yeah. Doesn't feel too good, does it?
Who has one Super Bowl and who has four?
Yeah, like up yours.
Let's get down to business.
So,
Shut up, Vicente.
the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers, threw 2 picks in a 38-3 blowout. And just last year, he threw 5.
I had him on my fantasy team.
Yeah, he got you what, like 1.4 points?
Bro, they blew out the Packers 38-3.
Yeah,
Jeez.
but yeah,
And Jameis
Vicente,
Winston was starting.
if it makes you feel better, did you see how many points I lost to Anthony in week 1?
.2 biatch.
0.02 points to Anthony. I'm not going to
Yeah, I
lie.
was-
I'm not that upset. I deserved it because I benched Amari Cooper, who had damn near 40 points. Me, you, and Matt benched the wrong people that week. He benched Godwin. I benched Cooper. You benched Gronk. Matt benched Terry McLaurin, who had 28 points yesterday.
Over.
He's going against me too, so yay. Jameis Winston, how about him? 5 touchdown passes.
I want to see how he does. And who they playing week 2?
Yeah, let's see how he does. And how about that? The Texans, many people didn't think that they would win a game this season. And they come out and beat Jacksonville. This would be Trevor Lawrence's first regular season loss ever, including high school. Yeah, this is a snap back to reality, Trevor. You on Jacksonville, you have to get used to losing. I feel sorry for you.
He was gonna lose eventually.
I know. Streaks are meant to come to an end. But yeah, I even had Houston winning this week too. I had a few upsets this week. I had Arizona winning, and apparently Tennessee was favored. I picked Houston, so I'm like that. And because we didn't make a video last week, what are your like yearly predictions? Like, what are your like award predictions this year? Like, who will
Honestly,
be your MVP this year?
give me Matt Stafford.
When he-
Matt
yeah.
Stafford.
When he first joined the Rams, I had him as a dark horse MVP candidate. For me, I am when I did mine last week,
You know what? No. Give me Jalen Hurts. Give me Jalen Hurts.
hell, I even have Jalen Hurts as a dark horse MVP too. Shit, but
Jalen.
yeah, for me, I have right here. Like if you look at my computer, I had Patrick Mahomes. It was between Mahomes or Josh Allen for me. So it's gonna be for my final pick. I'm gonna say Mahomes. Offensive Player of the Year. I'm going with Alvin Kamara.
Here's
Reason?
what I'm
Huh?
going with. Now, Matt Stafford, MVP. Jalen Hurts, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, I'm going with Chase Young. I believe he's going to have a breakout season this year.
I wouldn't be surprised. Defensive Player of the Year, because you literally cannot go wrong with it. I'm going with Aaron Donald. But if I had to pick a second one, it would probably be T.J. Watt. So, Offensive Rookie of the Year, now it depends on when he's going to start. But Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, I am going to go with Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
That's who I picked. And if it's not Justin Fields, then I would say Smith. Devontae Smith.
You know what I'm going with?
Who are you going with?
Another dark horse. Well, I'm going with Jamar. Give me Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase. You see what he did against the Vikings? No. Now he was going against Patrick Peterson, I think. I'm not really sure.
Patrick Peterson is nowhere near what he was, as of right now. But he's still a veteran, and Chase got him washed.
He's washed.
You're washed.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year. 2 linebackers came to my mind, and they're both in the NFC East. One of them being Michael Parsons, the other one being Jamin Davis from Washington. Can I pick between the two right now? I cannot tell you, but if I had to pick, I would say Jamin Davis from Washington. I'm going to go with an upset.
We'll go over these again.
Are you going to go with Patrick Surtain?
I don't even know any of the defense. Just here to be honest with you. Any rookies?
Hey, what's it called? So, obviously you see the Zoom is about to end. I'm going to end this and just send out a new link to you two, okay?
Yeah, send it to my email.
I don't even know what your email is, but just text me your email and I'll send it. All right.
It's Vicente.
Well, I'm not going to All right, while we wait for Anthony, we're just going to go ahead and get started. So we're on our predictions. I had Mahomes for MVP, Kamara for Offensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year, Justin Fields, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and assuming he doesn't start by week 4 or 5, give it to Devontae Smith. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I'm going with Jamin Davis from Washington. I'm pretty sure that's where we're at. So you said you had no idea who the defensive players were this year, right?
The rookies, I really didn't pay attention to the draft besides Devontae Smith.
You can't go wrong with Micah Parsons, I guess.
I'm probably going to go with Marcus Parsons.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So, Coach of the Year, as of right now, it's not looking too good for me, but Coach of the Year, I, for some reason, decided to pick Matt LaFleur from Green Bay, and they get annihilated 38-3 in the first game. So, not looking good so far, but that's my prediction. So,
It's too early for me because it's week 1.
well, so. these were before the start of the season. What your picks were?
Oh, well, it's still too early for me. Honestly.
You just pick a coach.
No, it's too early.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it is whatever.
All right,
Yeah, it is whatever.
Screw you, pal. Comeback Player of the Year, I feel like this will be a lock. Dak Prescott. Yeah. And he did, even though they lost, thank God, up yours Dallas.
You know what?
He still did pretty good.
No, I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay.
Give me Carson Wentz. Give me Carson Wentz for Comeback Player of the Year. Wait, is there a most improved award in football?
Huh?
Is there a most improved award in football?
No. That's only
Give
basketball.
me Comeback Player of the Year. Carson Wentz.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if he did win it, but I think it's going to be Dak. Especially what I've seen. Even though it's only one game, he looked promising to win it. So, there is that. So we go into week 2 for our picks.
Yes, what everyone's here for, just our picks. I don't care about anything else. They just come here for the picks. Yeah.
So who did you have for yesterday? I'm pretty sure you had Washington, right? Or did you have New York? Be honest.
I'm trying to think, because I didn't really care about that game. But knowing me, I probably would have went with the Giants.
I also damn near forgot to do the what's it called? Records. So like for the NFC North, I had the Packers winning it, going 14-3. The Vikings 6-11. I did this thing I did this last week, so who knows how it's going to look now. Vikings 6-11, Bears 5-12, and the Lions 2-15.
Are we going through every division?
I'll make it easy.
Just go. Who do you think top team's going to be in the league? And each
playoff
division.
Teams?
Yeah, just playoff teams.
All right, so we're going to go with the NFC first, and we're going to go by seeding. I think this thing is... So, Packers are going to be the first seed. Buccaneers are going to be the second seed. The Rams are going to be the third seed. Eagles are going to be the fourth seed. Literally the whole NFC West. This is before injuries happen. The whole NFC West is going 12-5 and going to the playoffs. I literally use this website where you can go through the whole season and pick the games. So, as it turns out, they're all going to go 12-5 and go to the playoffs. Every single one of them. So, the Rams are the third seed. Eagles are the fourth seed. The Seahawks are the fifth seed. Niners sixth. And Cardinals seventh. So the whole NFC West is in the playoffs.
They were good.
And because it's the NFC East. I had the Eagles going. I have the Eagles going 10-7, Dallas 9-8, Washington 6-11, and New York 5-12. You would say that's realistic, right? Okay, good. All right,
Whoever comes out of the NFC East, they win 10 games or less.
Yeah. That's what I have. So we go to the AFC. The Chiefs are the first seed, going 14-3. Ravens are going 13-4, becoming the second seed. The Bills are the third seed at 13-4. I don't know what happened there.
I disagree. I don't think the Ravens are going to win the division this year. I think it's going to be the Cleveland Browns.
Well, for the AFC North, it's the Ravens 13-4, Browns 11-6, Steelers 10-7, and it's probably gonna be higher now that I look at it. The Bengals are 3-14. I think they're gonna, looking at it now, seeing how good they are as of right now, I think they win like 5-6 games.
I think they win 5 games. There's no way they're gonna win 3.
So Bills are the third seed. Titans are the fourth seed at 12-5. Colts are the.
I don't think Titans are gonna win their division. Give me the Colts.
Colts I have going for the fifth seed at 11-6. They're only one game back. Sixth seed I have the Patriots at 11-6, and for the seventh seed I have the Chargers at 11-6.
Like, I don't really understand, but somehow. Is he on there?
And if we go through the playoffs, playoffs are most likely going to be the. I'm literally going through it again. Ta-ta-ta.
Went from the top.
So literally, the conference games are going to be the same as last year to me. Bills, Chiefs, Packers, Bucks. I don't know who's winning the Super Bowl. It's going to be It's either going to be the. I don't know. Literally, it's either going to be the Chiefs, Packers, or Bucks. It's probably going to be the Chiefs. I don't know. But
I like how the Browns played week 1 against the Chiefs. They played hard. I mean, they still choked, but like, they still played hard. They came out firing off cylinders and they slowed down. They just got to keep firing and firing. Baker Mayfield has to play a little better. I know Odell's hurt, but Baker Mayfield has to play a little better. I think they should throw the ball more because their secondary is a little weak. Chiefs' secondary is really weak. They only have like one good player. Their Chiefs' D-line is okay, but just Chris Jones is on there besides everyone else.
I do agree with you, but at the same time, I would like run the game, like do the running game more, given that the Browns literally have the best running back duo in the league. So
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
They signed like Kareem Hunt to a very cheap deal as well. So yeah,
they should run with Nick Chubb more.
I wanted Matt to do his picks. I can always ask him afterward, but so I had Washington yesterday.
I don't even know him, so I'm just gonna give myself a loss. I had the Giants.
Anthony, he went with Giants. My uncle went with Washington, and Madden went with the Giants. So then on to Sunday, we have Cincinnati at Chicago. I have Cincinnati.
Give me Chicago.
I think this is going to be a close game, but I'm talking about if Justin Fields starts this game, like if he starts at some point in the game, I don't know. I would probably say Chicago, but as of right now, I'm going with Cincinnati. My uncle went with Cincinnati. Everyone's going with Cincinnati, except for you.
No.
So Houston at Cleveland. Houston shocked everyone last week, and Cleveland put up a pretty good fight with the
Do we even have to talk about this?
Yeah, let's go with Houston.
Go to Cleveland, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, literally everyone is going with Cleveland. Next game, I think this game could be a good one. The Rams are going to Indy. I am going with the Rams.
I'm also going with the Rams. Damn. Carson Wentz has to play two really good teams.
Yeah.
Two playoff teams.
That is a I'm not going to watch that game because there's the Eagles game. That will be an insane matchup. Quentin Nelson against Aaron Donald.
That would be a good matchup, 1-on-1.
Yeah. I'm sure they're still going to double him, but I do want to see them go 1-on-1. I think it'll be like a close battle. But everyone's going with the Rams. Next game we have Buffalo at Miami. Give me Buffalo.
Give me Buffalo. I'll take the Buffalo.
I love how it's the same thing every year. Like everyone, including Madden, sometimes with Madden, we usually have the same picks. Like everyone has the same picks, and they usually never look at the sheet I have with our picks. So everyone has Buffalo this week. Next we have New England at the Jets. I'm going with New England.
I'm going with New England.
Everyone has New England this week. All right, next game we have San Francisco against the Eagles.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. And people are gonna say, "Oh, we're being biased." Like I said it before.
Well, we are being biased. So up here.
Well, I'm not being biased. I'm like being straightforward. A lot of the key players for the Niners, especially on defense, are out. Their starting cornerbacks are out of the game. Raheem Mostert, their best running back, is out for the season. Their linebacker and defensive linemen are not going to play. It's either that or they're questionable. But their defense is injury prone, so I'm going with the Eagles. And on top of that, they let the Detroit Lions score 33 points.
I know. Detroit Lions. Jared Goff played good.
They almost choked the game, but still, 33 points. The only
Jared
people...
Goff played lights out towards the end of the game.
Yeah. And it ended up being the same score as Super Bowl 52. But the only people I can name on the Lions roster on offense are DeAndre Swift, Jared Goff, and TJ Hawkinson. I don't even know who their receivers are.
Oh, not either.
Like their only weapons are Hawkinson and Swift, and you have Jared Goff, who I was never keen about at quarterback. You have a decent quarterback, and how do you let that team score 33 points on you?
Dude, I don't even know how that team scores points in the first place.
I have a feeling they just stopped trying towards the end of the game, and they took advantage. Who knows? But you still gave up 33 points.
Yeah.
So me, you, my uncle, and Anthony are going with the Eagles. Madden is picking San Francisco, but when I did the simulation, the Eagles had the lead throughout most of the game.
Oh, we joke in Philly fashion.
Hurts only threw one pick, and Jamie Grappler threw 2 or 3. But it's Madden. I'm not going to get into detail. Next game should be a good one as well. Las Vegas at Pittsburgh. I'm going with Pittsburgh. I really want to pick Vegas here. I don't know why, but I really want to pick Vegas.
They played really well against the Ravens, but yet again, Ravens
that was a great game.
have a better defense. So I'm going with the Steelers on this one.
Yeah, that was a great game. As of right now, I know it's 1 week, but that could very well be a game of the year.
Yeah, I was watching that game. Now, because I had Darren Waller on my fantasy team, so of course I was watching the game. That game was intense, man.
I had Baltimore is defense. And literally during overtime, I was begging for a pick because if they got a pick, I would be up by 1 point. And when they got the pick in the end zone, I was celebrating. I celebrated too early because then Lamar Jackson fumbled and they scored a touchdown, and the rest is history. I lose by 0.02 of a point. So, and I should have known better too because, what's it called? Marcus Peters got hurt as well. Oh yeah, I just got a notification. The Phillies won 4-3. Woohoo!
Yeah,
How about that? How about that comeback we made yesterday?
Actually, well, we didn't choke, but like.
How about that comeback yesterday?
That was insane. I was
know.
at work and I saw the Phillies were down 7-0. Like, dude, what the hell is going on? We have to come back.
I didn't even watch the game, but I saw him like, okay, so we were down 7-0, then we win the game, what, 17-8?
Dude, if you think about it, because we scored 8 points after that, the game still would have been tied.
Yeah.
If we never scored the 7 in the inning, this game would have been tied.
Yeah. So Anthony's the only person that's picking Las Vegas this week. Next we have New Orleans at Carolina. This should be a good one, I guess. I think I saw on Colin Coward's show. I don't think the Panthers missed a single third down. I think they got every third down so far.
Well, they're going against the Jets.
That is true. I'm going with New Orleans here.
I'm going with Jameis Winston, his New Orleans Saints.
Madden is going with the Saints. Madden's going with Carolina, and that game was like 42-39. I don't know, but Madden's the only person picking Carolina this week. Next, we have Denver at Jacksonville. Denver looked pretty good last week. Who did they play?
I don't think we have to talk about this. I'm going with Denver.
Yeah. Who did Denver even play last week? I forget.
Giants.
Oh, yeah. Madden is going with Jacksonville. Sweet Jesus.
Oh, my God.
It's Madden. Like,
Madden.
They're terrible. They stink. The smell. So, Madden is going with Jacksonville. Everyone else is going with Denver. Next game we have Minnesota at Arizona. I am going with Arizona. I think this is a lock.
You said Arizona at Arizona. Arizona where?
I said Minnesota at Arizona.
Oh, I got Arizona.
I think I did say Arizona a couple times too, but yeah, Arizona should be no surprise here. What is going on? Oh, oops.
Man, how did we go from the videos we used to make back then to now? Man, those dark times.
Wait, what happened?
The videos we used to make back then, like my sophomore year, when the Eagles won the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Man, those videos, man. Look at them now. Look at these. Those are some dark ages. It's dark.
My God.
Especially there's no filter.
Nope.
Nope.
None whatsoever.
When I said to the world, "Oh, I got Detroit toys."
I was raped in Detroit. So, again, Madden going with the upset. Minnesota. Everyone else is going with Arizona.
What the hell is wrong with Madden?
I don't know. Wait until we hear this one. We don't even have to talk about this one. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. They're going to get plowed.
They're going to get booty banged. Booty banged.
Well, Madden thinks Atlanta is going to win too, so... And I run the simulations and I watch. And I'm sitting there looking like, you've got to be joking. What the hell? I don't know. Next, we have Dallas at the Chargers, and like we said, most of Dallas's players are out. Michael Gallup, what's his name? DeMarcus Lawrence, Lael Collins, virtually, every key player. So this game should be no surprise. I'm going with the Chargers.
Who are they playing?
Dallas. In LA.
It's not really hard to play in LA because they're the Chargers and
I know, but like I said, every key player for Dallas is
I'm
out.
gonna go with Cowboys.
Oh my god. And it's not because I'm an Eagle fan that I'm picking against Dallas. It's like I said, they don't have their key players. They don't have their right tackle. They don't have Gallup. They don't have DeMarcus Lawrence. They're missing a lot of people. That's the reason why I'm going with the Chargers, because of that. You're the only person picking Dallas this week.
Nice.
Me, my uncle, Anthony, and Madden. Even Madden is picking the Chargers.
Maybe that's a bad thing for you guys.
Maybe. You could look at it that way. And this should be a good game as well. Tennessee at Seattle. It's kind of tough, but I'm going with Seattle.
I think Tennessee's going to have a rebound. I'm going with Tennessee. Give me Tennessee.
That one was very difficult for me to pick. So,
What did Madden pick?
Madden picked Tennessee. Anthony even picked Tennessee. Me and my uncle are the only ones picking Seattle.
Me and Matt had the same pick. That's
I am leaning towards Tennessee a little bit because I completely forgot they have they have AJ Brown, Julio Jones, and Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
The only two people.
Seattle has a terrible defense.
Yeah.
It's bad. Good.
This game is going to be a shootout. I'm just saying that right now. Because, Russell Wilson is the MVP of the first 8 weeks of the season.
Yeah, and then he just goes.
Yeah, then he goes downhill. So, yeah, I'm going with Seattle. Then we have game of the week, Kansas City at Baltimore. I know who you're picking.
No, this one isn't because of bias.
I know. It's just when you don't have Marcus Peters and you're screwed. But Madden's going with Baltimore.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Me, you, my uncle, and Anthony are going with Kansas City this week. Madden is going with Baltimore. And this game, we don't even have to discuss this one. Oh my God, they're going to get annihilated. Detroit at Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers, please score 40 points.
Vicente, he's going to get at least 28.
Devontae Adams, score all the touchdowns.
I still don't know how you got all those people. I just don't know how.
We're in an 8-person league. I don't know how.
I have a stacked team myself. I don't know what went. I just
compete with everybody, man. I'm just so good at what I do.
Me and Matt were literally sitting right next to each other while we're drafting. I was sitting there looking at him like, you went Jonathan Taylor and Saquon Barkley when you could have went Saquon Barkley and Devontae Adams.
Wait, who's the Kendricks have?
Huh?
He has Antonio Gibson had 9 points. Nice. Makes me I wanna get booty bang on top.
So
yeah,
yes.
I mean, I think we all know what we have. The Green Bay Packers. I don't know.
Yeah, everyone has Green Bay.
Just realized, everyone our league standings. Wait, we all lost week 1.
It's me. Look at me. I lost by this much.
Dude, I didn't know we all lost week 1. I want to see all the scores for week 1. I did not see that.
If Baltimore, if Lamar didn't fumble, they scored, I would have won.
You guys were in a shootout. Matt got damn.
Yeah, Matt benched Terry McLaurin, who had 27 points.
Yeah, he still would have lost. No, last week Matt got destroyed.
I'm not even. I'm not afraid of Matt this week because the only people I'm concerned with Matt this week are like I have to worry about are Josh Allen, Chris Godwin, and Mark Andrews.
Battle of the Uncles and Shaggy Gaggy won.
Yeah. Friggin' Matt, he has to work. He has to deal with my team, Kyler Murray, Dalvin Cook,
Yes.
Chris Carson, D Hop, Calvin Ridley, T.J. Hawkinson, Amari Cooper.
Let me see your team. Jesus.
My team is stacked too. I'm glad I got Cooper Kupp because I'm pretty sure that's Stafford's number one now.
Yeah, you throwing bombs. Oh, I picked up Jameis Winston, as you can see. Does that?
Yeah, I saw.
Just his A-Rod, pulls an oopsie doopsie again.
I'm pretty set at the quarterback spot too.
Joe Mixon's such a steal, man.
I know.
That was a steal. If he
Can you believe that? Last year I got Josh Allen in the 14th round, and he ended up being like the number 2 quarterback in fantasy last year. He somehow fell to the second to last round. And my quarterbacks that year were Kyler Murray and Josh Allen. I literally had like the number 1 and number 2 quarterback. That was, and this year my quarterback duo is pretty good. I have Kyler Murray and Jalen Hurts. Anthony literally has the best though. He has Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson. Anthony can literally trade away Russell Wilson.
Put in Russell Wilson for the first half and Pat Mahomes for the second.
Anthony could literally trade away Russell Wilson and get someone good, like a good running back in return, because he's gonna start. If I were him, I'd be starting Patrick Mahomes every week. He's like the number 1 quarterback virtually every week. The only week you're gonna have to bench him is his bye week.
Yeah, he'll still score points in the bye week.
Like he could literally upgrade at running back if he wanted to.
All right. What time is it?
So, yeah, that's it for the stream. Anthony didn't join. Well, that's his loss. Typical Giants fan. So, will I see you Sunday? I have no friggin' clue. I have to. We're gonna have to talk to your dad. I have no idea. But if I do go to the game, I'll definitely see you either tomorrow or Sunday. Would I be sleeping if I was going to the game with the guys? Would I be sleeping over?
I don't know. I won't. I'll be at my dad's in the morning because I'm going to a party tomorrow.
Parade?
No parade party.
Huh?
College party.
Oh. Lovely. Well, anything else you want to talk about?
It stinks. No, I'm kind of tired. I kind of want to go to bed. I had a long day.
Yeah, my mouth is friggin' dry in case you couldn't tell.
I don't care. I didn't ask. Shut your mouth.
Fuck you.
Up yours.
Up mine. Well, that's it for the stream. Everyone, thank you for watching. We'll be back next Friday. We're going to do it on Fridays, right? Yeah. I'd rather do Fridays than Thursdays.
Oh, next Friday we're going to do it a little... Yeah, next Friday we're going to do it earlier.
Yeah, usually we do the streams like around 7:30 or so. We'll probably do that. And besides, given my college schedule, that'd be perfect. Do you have to go every day?
No, I go Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I have no schools Tuesday and Thursdays.
I only go Mondays and Wednesdays, and I'm still considered full time. So it's poggers. Like the only thing I don't like about it is like I don't like how you have to take like this college seminar thing. I don't like the idea that you have to take like this college seminar thing. Like, there's literally like no point in doing it. I don't know. But the only thing. Okay. Oh yeah. Do you know what I saw this tweet on Instagram. So this person said, it just occurred to me that the Eagles face almost every good tight end in the NFL this season. We go against, this season, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, Logan Thomas, TJ Hawkinson, Gronk. We went against Kyle Pitts already. Jared Cook, Noah Fant, Evan Ingram. Not to mention in practice, say you have to go against Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz. But still, I just realized we literally go against the best tight ends in the league.
That stinks.
Well, I am looking forward to us going against the Chiefs. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, that's gonna be very fun.
Well, if the Browns, we'll see how we do on Sunday, but I don't think if it was last year we would have got molested. But this year, if we lose, we're probably going to lose by 10 or 14 points. I don't think we're gonna get touched. We'll probably lose, but we're not gonna get cooked like we did against the Saints a couple years ago. Remember that? We're at Applebee's and we were getting annihilated.
That was
terrible.
embarrassing.
Just to think,
Then we come back and we score like 14 on them.
Yeah, just to think we were this close to winning in the playoffs, but Alshon Jeffrey happened.
Of course you did.
People were saying we could have went to the Super Bowl. Like, we would have went to the Super Bowl and won that year. I thought about that at first, but I look back at it now. Remember how many of our players got hurt that game? Like, Alshon was playing with broken ribs. Brandon Brooks tore his Achilles. And we would have to go against Aaron Donald next week. So, honestly, I think the Rams would have went either way. But it would have been nice to see Foles go on another run. That was nice. And I still remember our reaction to the the blocked kick against the Bears.
Oh, that was so. At the goal line.
Was he at the front edge of the line?
That was a great.
I don't know why. That entertains me so much. I love pissing people off for some reason. I just love it.
Oh my god.
Like what we like Matt. I still remember Matt put the volume up to the max, and then you have Jose just screaming like, "Stop!" We're terrible, but who cares? So, as I said before, that's the end of the stream. Thank you for watching.
Thanks everyone. This is where I will be departing, Mikey.
It was a pleasure streaming with you. We'll be back next week, possibly with Matt, depending on his time. What's Matt's schedule like, actually? Do you know or no?
He has a race next Saturday, so do I, but he'll probably be there. It's possible.
Well, so he's available. He's not busy on Fridays usually, right?
No, I think.
Okay. So we'll probably see Matt every week, and if not Matt, we'll have Anthony on, or even both. So
Yes.
there's that. I'm going to be growing this channel. I'm going to be having other people come on too if they choose to. But that would be amazing. So yeah, as I said before, end of the stream. Vicente, thanks for coming on.
No problem, buddy.
We'll be back next week with week 3 and a bunch of other shit. Yeah.
See you guys. See you, Mikey.
See ya.